help us, what are we going to do? It's going to go wrong, and this is some of the people that are organising it, but they were saying, we're kind of out of control and that, and what can we say, and of course I haven't got any solution. Listen, there's no cost worth losing your life for. I don't believe in anything else. I don't believe there's any park or anything worth getting shot for. And you can do better by moving on to another city or going to Canada or go anywhere. And then they've got nothing to attack and nobody can point their finger at. That world is more like it, man. Sing Hare Krishna or something, but don't move about it. It aggravates the pig.
And that's learn if it works or not. Everything works if you believe in it.
And don't get hassled by the cops and don't play their game.
If you can't have a beautiful time there, then don't have it and stay at home in bed.
I know it's hard, Christ, it ain't easy, how hard it can be, man. But it is hard. So what? Everything's hard. It's going to be hard tomorrow, and it's going to be hard the next day. So what? It's better to have it hard than not have it at all. And if those squares can sell one kind of soap to the housewife, so can you.
The only way to get them understand you is to extend your hand and really try to open their minds up and try to give your love, That's the only way that they'll come around.
Entice them, con them. You've got the brains and you can do it. What? You can make it, man. We can make it. Together. We can get it together. We can get it together. Now that's all. Anybody who's been in the drug scene, it's not something you can go on and on doing, It's like drink or anything. You've got to come to terms with it. Like too much food or too much anything. So you've got to get out of it. You're left with yourself all the time, whatever you do. Meditation, drugs, anything. But you've got to get down to your own God and your own temple in your head, like Donovan says, etc. And it's all down to yourself, So it's like, and for peace or anything, it's all down to this relationship. To work on this relationship with Yoko is very hard, and we've got the gift of love, But love is like a precious plant, You can't just accept it and leave it in the cupboard, or just think it's going to get on with itself, or like a pet, You've got to keep watering it, You've got to really look after it, and love you have to water and be careful of it and keep the flies off, and see that it's all right and nurture it, and to get a relationship between two people as a start. And then if we two can make it, maybe we can make it with you, and from maybe us four, you and yours, can make it with the next four. And it's only that, there's no sort of answer. Full of optimism because of the contacts I've made personally throughout the world, including yourself, whether it was seeing you on TV or whatever, knowing that there's other people around who I can get on, agree with, I'm not insane, I'm not alone, that's just on a personal level. And of course the Woodstock, Isle of Wight, all the mass meetings of the youth is completely positive for me. And the fact that now we're all getting to know, we're always showing our flags, and when you show your flag, you're not alone, it's like we don't need to be a few Christian martyrs, because there's lots of us. And don't be afraid, because they do look after you, whoever's up there, if you get on with it. And I'm completely positive. And when I'm negative, I've got Yoko, who is just as strong as me, and it helps, And this is only the beginning. This 60s bit was just a sniff. The 60s were just waking up in the morning, And we haven't even got to dinner time yet. And I can't wait, I just can't wait. I'm so glad to be around. And it's just going to be great, and there's going to be more and more of us, and whatever you're thinking there, Mrs. Grundy of South Birmingham on Toast, You know, you don't stand a chance. A, you're not going to be there when we're running it, and B, you're going to like it when you get less frightened of it. You know, and it's going to be wonderful, and I believe it. And of course, we all get depressed and down about it. But when I'm down, or when John Yoko's down, Desmond will be up, or somebody else will be up. There's always somebody carrying the flag and beating the drum. You know, so they, whoever they are, don't stand a chance because they can't beat love. Because all those old bits from religion about love being all powerful is true. You know, and that's the bit they can't do. They can't handle it.
As early as 1962, when the Beatles carried back to England their hairstyles from Germany, it was obvious that this was not just a rock and roll band, but a cultural experience with great social influence. But many in the world would only see the Beatles as an opportunity to make millions of dollars. In 1964, the marketplace was flooded with Beatle products, and not all of them with a legitimate license. Over 60 companies were taken to court for exploiting the word Beatle, and that was just during the first flash of Beatlemania. Actually, only a fraction of the booming Beatle industry had anything to do with music. The real action was in Beatle merchandise, which by the end of 1964 would gross over $50 million. Celtab, the Beatles' American licensing agency, is coincidentally Beatles spelled backwards. The number of Beatle novelties authorized by Celtab reached several hundred. By the time the Beatles appeared on The Ed Sullivan Show, more than 100,000 Beatle dolls had been introduced, and Beatle wigs were coming off the line at $35,000 a day. Buttons, pens, and T-shirts were the most abundant items, but most interesting are rare collector's pieces, many from the black market. For those who want to relive a bit of history, Beatle conventions have been held annually in U.S. cities since 1974. The Beatle Fest, produced by Mark and Carol Lafidos, is probably the most popular, hosting hundreds of fans who come to see films and sound-alike bands. One-of-a-kind items, including original autographs, bring in high bids at an auction. The Beatles had a tremendous impact on the clothing industry. Almost all of their outfits have been duplicated, the most popular being the Sgt. Pepper's jacket.
Jacket to any kind of 60s event. I don't wear the jacket all the time like I used to in the old days, but I wear it to Beatles things.